Good morning, people. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. This is Spirit Journey. Today is good old Monday, October 11, 2021, and the time is now 4:56 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, my alarm went off at 4 o'clock. I was already awake around 3:30. I went to bed relatively early yesterday. I had a wonderful uh, bath yesterday. Yeah, I haven't. I take showers, and yesterday around 5 p.m., I was feeling a little uncomfortable. I was getting a little stressed, binge watching videos. After a while, even when you get overboarded with information, it does put stress on you. So I say, let me turn off this device and soak in the tub. I haven't done it in months. So I filled up the tub with hot water, added some Epsom salt and essential oils, and I went in there and I just started thinking. I started thinking of things to amuse me. And I said, wow, I needed this just to really unwind. You know, a good imagination can go far. Yeah, a good imagination can go far. And sometimes you just need to just go there mentally, think silly thoughts, and it'll change your state of mind. Yes, it did. Your thoughts can change your whole how your body feels. And that's what happened yesterday. Yeah, I could have been in there for close to 2 hours. Yeah, by the time I got out, it was like 7:30 p.m. and um, it already got dark outside. Yeah, so now it was dark outside. It's getting darker earlier and earlier, and then I started reading one of my books. Yes, I need to read more. I have a whole ton of really interesting books that I'm not reading. Yeah. Yeah, I stayed in all yesterday. I stayed in all yesterday because the day before yesterday, I had gone out for 10 hours. I left my house initially at 7 o'clock in the morning, and then I had to repair my stroller. Yeah, I guess, yeah, my stroller, the wheel, front wheel. Yes, good morning, viewer. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yes, the front wheel of the stroller was um, what came off in part. Hey, Sophia, good to see you. Yes. So yes, I had to go back upstairs and repair it. It was quick. The repair was quick. I said, let me just take the whole wheel off and just put it back on. And then it went off. And I came back around 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, so I was gone the whole day. I needed it. I needed to just unwind. And I was walking in the meadow, my favorite meadow. I shared you that meadow. Um, at the ramble that I like. I just felt a need to just walk. Yeah, I didn't want to just sit. I had to walk around. And yes, I had my little doggies with me. Yeah, I had a lot on my chest. And sometimes, when your heart is troubled or something is bothering movement um, and mindfulness, especially the movement, could try to get out that energy. And so that, oops, sorry about that. Yeah, see that the frequency uh, started glitching again. Apologize for that. Yeah, I don't know whether it's my internet connection. I don't have the super speed anymore. Because remember, in the end of July, I had discontinued internet service, and then September 1st, I put it back on, but I didn't buy the same plan, just something to get me going, you know? Um, yeah, so I hope it's not that. I don't want to um, really pay for something really, um, I want to save money, especially the signs of the time. I feel, I have to spend my money wisely. Um, so anyway, yeah, so the day before yesterday, I was out the whole day and I was walking a lot. And I had, I'm pushing the stroller, and as you see, I also have the chair, the beach chair, which weighs I think 20 pounds. Um, so I have to carry that on the stroller. So it is putting stress on the stroller. It's not made for all this weight. It's a medium size. So everything has its time and season. And I did mention that in something that some video I did. Yeah, there's a time and season for everything of when things happen. So even when you make a purchase, there's a time when that thing is going to start acting up because everything has a time attached to it, so to speak. Even the human body, even the human body, um, because it's not made forever. It's the the body, the human body is designed. It's designed by some might call it God, but it's made. It's made by someone. Just like when you look at a car is made by someone. And the maker of anything, a real maker and designer of anything, when they design it for a particular longevity, a particular amount of time. It could be something that's just designed for a short time, medium, or is designed to last a lifetime, even our bodies. And it's programmed to respond in certain conditions. And some of us are more durable than others. We're designed for certain climates. Some of us are designed to live in a hot climate, some a cooler climate, or something in between. You're kind of like a hybrid. You're kind of like in between. And so you need to find the right climate for you. I see as I get older that I like moderate, not too hot, um, but actually I'm starting to swing more to the cooler part. It's really weird. Hot things that are too hot and stagnant in heat um, could make me feel uncomfortable um, in my body. It's really weird. And I was never like that growing up. I was pretty durable to heat. I'm tall and very slim. Um, and so I'm that type of body type, and I'm nice brown color. So those are all attributes, something that does better in warmer climates. So your body's able to evaporate quicker because of your long limbs, right? But now my body's changed. My chemistry is changing. And so something now in the middle. So right now I actually have my air conditioning on. The windows are closed, and part of that reason is, hey, New York City has mosquitoes. This is October, and I'm being bitten by mosquitoes. And about a week or so ago, I saw a flyer on 8th Avenue that they're going to be doing spraying in the out on the street. And I didn't have my camera with me to take a picture of that flyer, but it was a big area that they're going to fumigate. That's right. And you know what I'm thinking? Those of you who kind of know me, oh, really? They're going to fumigate, or is it something with the pandemic? Now, yes, now I did get bitten. In place, I wonder how the mosquito got to that part of my body at nighttime. Yeah, and I did have the window cracked open, and so now I have to keep the windows closed because I'm going to be bombarded with mosquito bites in the morning. This never happened before inside my apartment at nighttime. Now it could be, because what does happen when you have a lot of rain and you have puddles, the mosquitoes are attracted to that, and they breed, and they drop their eggs in the puddles, and then you have a overgrowth of mosquitoes. Now it rained before in the past, but I don't remember getting mosquitoes. So now I have to modify my lifestyle a little bit, and now I have to keep the windows closed. Yeah, I need air. It's like the air is very it's like still, very still, and you need air. I find also that I've been waking up the past week and a half about that I wake up feeling extremely dehydrated. Now, when I went in that tub last night, I had a very full glass of water, my mason jar, filled to the rim. So that is 1 quart of water, 1 quart. And I'm pretty sure I had my other quart earlier for the day. But either way, I took it just before bedtime. And here I wake up around 3:30 in the morning. My mouth feel like cotton balls are in it. I do have an air filter going on in the background, but it's like, wow, what's going on? So the signs of the times. So things are happening now in um, in my environment, and I'm being very mindful of it. Things could, it could be just, you know, innocent, what's going on, but I see that my body, whatever what's happening, my body is reacting. And what could happen when you get too dehydrated, you can get vertigo. If you suffer from vertigo, hydration is essential. That's why also I'm always talking about drinking my water because I get vertigo. Out of the blue, it happened to me 2018. I woke up with severe vertigo. And the symptoms lasted for, and plus, not just, vertigo is when, like, the room is moving and spinning, right? And you're dizzy. It's a horrible feeling when you see everything moving and everything, and you're standing still. Yeah, it's benign positional something, vertigo. Yeah, something like that. It's if you're in one position, like you're reclined, and then when you're shifting over to the other side, lying down, everything starts to spin. Yeah, and it is affected by your hydration level. And I heard that ringing of the ears could also be a sign of dehydration. So I really have to be on top of it. So for whatever reason, yeah, 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 I had water in the afternoon. Yeah, yeah, I stayed in bed all day watching videos. And sometimes I notice that again, my mouth gets real dry. I'm wondering, people, and maybe you could let me know what happens to you when you're on your device, let's say your iPad, your tablet, or your phone for a while. Do you find that you start to get real dehydrated? What happens to you? What do you notice? How your body starts to react? What's going on? Yeah, let me know in the chat room if you find yourself getting, your body's just responding in a negative way. That's also a sign that you better put the device down. Yeah. So that's also why I try to force myself to, I shouldn't say force, why I want to go outside in nature to reconnect, to rejuvenate yourself. Um, because these tablets, I think, give off certain um, frequency slash radiation, etc. That's what I'm getting at. And it could affect your body. And I think it dehydrates. It's doing something. I would say most of the symptoms I get happens during my engagement with my device, my tablet. I would say 95% of the time. But I find that I don't have any of these symptoms when I'm outside in nature. So, yeah, so I titled this, what I wanted to talk about today, health and religion. So, yeah, I guess since I'm starting out with the health, I might as well continue with the health thing that I actually really want to talk to you about. Um, and then I talk about the religion thing. Yeah, I went to, let's see, yeah, so the day before yesterday, when I came home from being outside for 10 hours, I said to myself, hey, let me take this road going, to go home. I wanted to do a little change, go up a different way, just to get some new visuals. And lo and behold, I saw there was a protest going on, and a protest regarding the jibber jab. Yep, the jibber jabber jab. New Yorkers are fed up. It was about a group of 40, 50 people in Times Square. And yeah, they played a video by David Icke. It was actually filmed, I think, last year. They gave the date when it was originally aired. Yeah, and he was addressing New Yorkers. Yeah. And as I was passing this group, I heard David Icke's voice. And so I saw, so one of the people that I was watching, because they had a monitor on, said, hey, is that David Icke? That sounds like David Icke. They said, yeah. I said, oh, wow, let me see this. Because I didn't know that people, you know, these people would know David Icke, you know. But yeah, they know David Icke, this group, and they were discussing all about this pandemic and for us to persevere. And I was, um, yeah, I stayed there for a while and then I left. So a moment ago, just before I started this live stream, I saw a video about. Let's look at this now. See, people are waking up. People are waking up, and New Yorkers are waking up. See, they wanted. See all last year, New York. A lot of New Yorkers were acting foolish because of politics. That's what I'll say. Because of politics, but they dug a hole for themselves, and now they're reaping the consequences of who they put in office. Because they got too blindsided with the word racist and bigot. See, that was a trick to get you to bring in the current administration, who is a hater of humanity. Yes, they are racist, and he has a racist background, the current administration. By their fruit, you know, right? That's religious, right? By their fruit, you know. And what fruit does he have? What fruit did he have in the past, 40 years ago when he came into office? What fruit does he have currently? Well, he is having people force you to do things against your own wisdom, to put toddlers with diapers on their face, if you know what I mean. And now, more side effects of the jibber jabber jab is becoming reported. See, people are reporting it. See, they cannot censor everybody. So some of the information does get out. Some of the information does come out. And what happened, women are reporting that their cycle, their monthly cycle, their menstruation cycle is changed, is changing. They're getting severe cramping. They're spotting. And then you have another woman, a scientist or doctor, reporting, oh, well, we just have to do more testing. Well, you should have already tested how it's going to affect your body, right? People, wake up. Women, wake up. This jibber jabber jab is a gene therapy. It's not about boosting your immune system, people. It's not about building up your immune system. There are things you can take for your immunity. Different types of, again, I'm not a doctor, and you go to your um, health practitioner for what it would be a good wellness plan for you. But for me, eating nutritious food, getting plenty of water to flush out, to cleanse the body inside, certain supplements like vitamin D3, vitamin C, zinc, etc., etc., to have a mineral rich body so that your metabolic processes could run, could function, to try to, it's like fortifying a house, make it strong. But this gene therapy they're doing is to alter your ability, your body's own ability, natural ability for defense. It's like getting an army and say, you know, army, we're going to take away your weapons so when the bad guy comes around, you won't be able to fight. That's what it seems to be doing. So now the women are reporting, hey, their cycle, they're cramping. Some of them are missing their periods. Hello, people. Hello, hello, hello. This is dangerous. This is dangerous. Shouldn't they experiment? I mean, not experiment. Test it out first. See, everything with this whole pandemic was altered. What they're supposed to do and what they did, what they are doing, is opposite. And it just seems like they are using this jibber jabber jab as a bioweapon for destruction. That's right. In my opinion, that it's being used as a bioweapon to hurt you. Yes, listen to what your body is telling you. If you got it, listen to what your body is doing. There was a woman. It was in a thumbnail that I saw, on YouTube. This woman is a figure. What do you call it? A figure model, and she had gotten the jibber jabber job, and now she has a tummy. I said, "Whoa!" women can't complain about little tummies, but girl, now you have a six pack. Sorry about that. See what happened? Okay, I'm back on. So, yeah, this is what's happening, and I'm very sad. Uh, I'm glad I had the opportunity to see my first jibber jabber jab protest in New York City. My first one. And again, I was just so happened to be walking down that street just by chance. I just wanted to take a little different route coming home. And lo and behold, this was taking place. So we have to be aware. Yeah, and the amount of fear. See, my body also has been acting up. Uh, yeah, I was getting headache in my temples, pressure in my chest. Now, now with the chest, see, I have a backpack now. Yeah, see, I have the bench, we call it the beach chair that I put on top of the stroller that I have, but I still have other paraphernalia that I have to carry. So I have my backpack, and it might be just too heavy, and it's putting pressure on my chest. Like I was walking, and that's getting pressure. So I thought, oh, I hope I'm not, you know. But I noticed that, when I ate something, it went away. So I don't think it's that pandemic because it went away, and this happened all of last week, on and off. And so I stayed at home when the initial symptom, you know, I say, hey, maybe, I hope I'm not catching anything. Let me stay at home. Yeah, I stayed like several days at home. Yeah, 3 days I stayed home just to make sure. And then I go out, and I have that backpack. So I am exhausted. Yeah, you have to listen to your body. Even doing good things, people, going out, my makeshift camping in Central Park. Yeah, even doing the good things, you have to be mindful also. So if I'm going to now have a backpack on, you know, sorry about that, people. The number, come on, let's come on. Yeah, I don't see the numbers rolling. I don't know whether I'm on. If you guys could hear me right now, please type a one for yes that you can hear me, and so I could continue talking because the numbers, you know, yeah, the numbers stop moving. Come on, let's go back on. Could you guys hear me? Please let me know. I don't see anything happening with the numbers. I see the screen, but the numbers are not moving. Sophia, if you're still there, could you hear me? If you can hear me or anyone else there could hear me, please type a one for yes so I could keep on going. Okay, the numbers. Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah, the numbers are going now. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, thank you so much. It's moving now. Yeah, see, it starts to glitch and then the numbers freeze. So yes, the counter is going on now. Yes, so I'll continue. So yes, so you listen to what your body is telling you. Yes. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you. Thank you. I can see your comment. Yeah, and I'll respond to your other comment, earlier. I just want to keep a train of thought. So yes, listen to what your body is telling you. Even when you're doing so-called good things like going camping. See, when you do something different, even carrying your backpack, um, your chairs and everything, the stroller, it's work on your body. And I'm not a spring chicken either, you know. I'm 58 years old, yes, that's right. And sometimes I feel like a kid. Sometimes I feel like I'm in my 30s. And no way do I feel like I'm in my 20s. I have to be honest. Yeah, but sometimes I forget how old I am. I feel like a young person in my head. But the body is at times says something else. So you gotta, you have to be honest with yourself. And I have to be honest with myself that I'm not a teenager. And having all this stuff on my back and pushing, your body gets tired. Yeah, I want to go out today. I looked on my app and it's not supposed to rain. Yeah, yesterday it was raining all day and foggy, and I didn't want to risk going out. I mean, it didn't look like it was raining hard, but with some of the symptoms I had, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't coming down with something. When you have a switch in environment, because now it's fall. See, it's blending hot and cold. Um, and your body has to adjust because temperature is a stress on the body. So the switch in the temperature, um, you have to adjust to it. You have to then plan what you're going to wear. So you want to be warm, but then you don't want to get overheated. So you want to maybe dress in layers or something like that. Yeah. So going back with the jibber jabber job, New Yorkers are speaking out. They see that something's going on. They may have girlfriends or wives or siblings, sisters. And if they're of that reproductive age, and they notice that their cycle is changing, you know, there's something going on. I will not take that so-called medicine. And I have to wait. Also, why I stayed in a good part of last week, because I'm still waiting for the doctor to call me. Yeah, I was researching other therapies, medical therapies for this pandemic. And I think in general, I'm doing the right, I'm taking the right protocol, what type of things I can take in the meanwhile. Um, but my concern is like, um, like the three major symptoms is shortness of breath, fever, and what was the other thing? Oh, it was three major things. Okay. See that it started glitching again. Yeah, there were three major symptoms, but the breathing thing is the one that really. Oh, fever. Yeah, fever. Your breathing. Oh God, I forget again. So either way, um, so I looked into certain things for it. So I'm writing them down, the different medical therapies that are being used for if by chance you get inflicted. Yeah, I have to know. And because some things are, you have to get by pharmaceutical, a prescription. So one of the things I saw, it was a steroid um, that you inhale. That they do have as an over the counter, but I'm not sure whether they have it. It's something that you inhale. So I think it was for your nose, but I want to find one that you can that you put in your mouth and you inhale. Yeah, because honey, you have to be able to breathe. Yeah, when your oxygen drops, that is very problematic. Yeah. So I'm hoping, yeah, so I had to email the doctor, the place that I contacted, and I cannot say that name over. I'm going to give the name America's Frontline Doctors.org. Yes, because see, this is important. You choose what doctor or healthcare provider you want. It's about self-empowerment. But in New York City, they do not offer certain treatments. And as many of you know, I am. Yeah, Sophia, you're telling me it's spooky. I have a sibling that he had to go to the hospital. And you know what else? See, my behavior is such because of my experiences. I have a sibling. He started off. He got sick the end of March of last year. In the beginning of this pandemic, by April, he had to go to the hospital. He tried to go earlier, and they sent him home. He said, "Sorry, we can't do anything for you." His oxygen was dropping. He had blood clots in his lungs. It's a big story. But when they found out after almost 2 weeks being in the hospital, and I don't know what they did with them there, but he was there, yeah, because he had to get oxygen because it was too low. Oh, you got blood clots in your lungs. I'm sorry, we can't do anything for you. We're sending you home. Oh my God. They should have given him blood thinners. That's serious. This is in a hospital in New York, Long Island, New York, Nassau County. It wasn't in New York City. This was it was Long Island Jewish. Let me give the name, Long Island Jewish. So first, they were waiting. It was like a period of 2 weeks that he was sick, and he contacted the doctor. He even called an ambulance. And when the ambulance arrived, he said, "I'm sorry, we can't do anything for you." And then his oxygen was dropping more and more. And a family member drove him to the hospital rather than waiting for an ambulance. They drove him to the hospital. Oh, you probably have that thing. Uh, go back home. So he had to go back home. And then he went back the next day because he's really getting in bad shape. So they admit him, but they really didn't do any diagnostics on him. And he has insurance. And they didn't give him an x-ray of his chest until the end of the 2 weeks he was there in the hospital and discovered he had the blood clots in his lungs. And when they discovered that, they said, "Sorry, we can't do anything for you. You're going to bring you home." And so what they said, "But we'll give you an oxygen tank and this device to blow into to strengthen his lungs." Ridiculous. They didn't give him any of these. See that? See what could have happened to him? He did pull through. He did pull through. But this is attempted murder, in my opinion. See, so I did get scared when that happened to him. I got scared. I felt vulnerable. Yeah, he's recovered. He is recovered. But I had relatives around that same time in April who passed away. Three of them within the month, within the same month, passed away. So I was feeling vulnerable. So things like when you can't get oxygen. But either way, I don't want to go there right now. I said enough regarding that. So that's where I'm coming from. And so when I contacted see, I don't want to wait until the last minute. So I shared this with you before, but I feel I have to say it again. See, it's clamping down. See, they can't hide it anymore. The effects of this thing that they're doing, they can't hide it. The women now are saying, "Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, good question, Sophia. How are we to survive?" Well, I think positive affirmations. Yes, after I came out of the tub yesterday, I was now more relaxed, and I have this book on what do you call it? It's like tapping into your own powers with nature, and it shared that like let's say you're taking a nice walk and you see the sun on you. You see the sun. To get connected. Like for example, you're seeing the sun. You say, uh, "Good morning, sun. Your sunshine adds light upon my heart." Things like that. And it's to get connected. I truly feel, and again, this book that I'm reading, I shared the book with you. It's about awakening your spirit or something like that. Awakening. And I so it seems to be suggesting also the importance of connecting to your higher power through nature, to be one with nature. Yeah, yeah. Let me get the name of the book. I have to turn on the light. I hope the light goes on. Okay. Yeah, because this is important. This is important. Yeah. Awakening the spirit world. The shamanic path of direct revelation. Okay. Awakening to the spirit world. The shamanic path of direct revelation by Sandra Ingerman and Hank Wesselman. Okay. Yeah. And yeah, because I was getting stressed out. And so I said, let me just chill out. Let me read something that's going to fill my soul a little bit. Because even though doing research is okay. Okay, great, Sophie. I'm glad that you got the information down. Okay, let me turn off my light. Yeah. Yeah, for me, talking in the dark relaxes me more. That's also why I do this. I don't want to be preoccupied with my looks. I want to be preoccupied with the content, the words that I'm speaking. That's also why I do it. So I can just talk freely and just get the information out, get my thoughts out. Um, yeah, see, like the book that I just showed you, it's about you. You are where the power is. The power is in you. And sometimes we get overloaded with some of the things that happen, you know, and it starts to pull your energy. So the book was suggesting, to say things, to when you go out there, to connect to those things of beauty. Let's say you see a nice creek or something, a waterfall, and you connect with it. You say, "Hello, beautiful waterfall. Your, your flow flows within my being." It's connecting and associating that quality in nature being within you. Hello, air breeze, sea breeze. You blow in my lungs and you create joy. You hear what I'm saying? That's what it was suggesting. Yeah. So yes, New Yorkers are starting to wake up. And I was shocked when they had David Icke, the researcher, playing. Yeah. And interesting enough, I one of the speakers there, uh, I don't I'm not sure his full name, but I want to try to look it up, if, to try to find out who he was. He has some website. This fellow, he he is a what do you call it? He was on the ketone diet. Yeah, he was on the ketone diet, and he said that I mean I thought he was older than he was, but his parents are around my age. I said, oh shoot. I said, wow. But yeah, he said that his I think it's something happened to his mother last year, and his health wasn't any better. Now this guy was slim looking. He looked very healthy, but he said last year he was 70 pounds heavier, and he was withering away. Yeah, just a typical overweight New Yorker, you know. Man, for him to be 70 pounds heavier, wow, he was heavy, really big. So he said he went on the ketone diet. He eats meat and with fat on it, and it changed it changed his body system. He lost all the weight and his health. He's no I think he said he's no longer diabetic or something, or one of his parents something. I wish I remembered detail, but I was like, wow. I thought that was something else. So, like, why that stands out to me is because I was a nutrition major in college. I had gotten my master's in nutrition, and they have like what we call the food pyramid chart. Yeah, yeah. Thank you, Sophia. Yeah. Um, my concern, they say about the red meat in particular. Is some people talk about red meats. That could be too much red meats could make you get acidic. I heard, but maybe under a a complete keto diet, maybe it might work. I don't know. I've never been on a keto. I last year I I did try ketoism. What did I do? Something I did. It took about 3 days to get in a ketone state. Yeah, you feel it. I forget exactly what I did, to be honest. I forget, but I remember I said, wow, I feel, you know, because your body is changing how it gets its fuel. But yeah, the traditional food pyramid chart has you taking a deluge of plant based stuff. I mean, a lot of starches, really. And on the top, the minimum amount of meat. But what we do see that these people who that develop these programs, I have a feeling they're the same type of people that's behind the pandemic. We did discuss in school in the master's program in nutrition about margarine, and that was developed in the 1970s. And when you had the introduction of margarine, that was to replace butter, it was on the premise that saturated fats are bad for you. So they created a synthetic fat in the form of margarine. And that's when things really got bad. He says, oh, it's less calories, blah, blah, blah. You know, well, they didn't do research and find that it was causing heart disease and all that. So I think it's all the same people, the same uh, evil people. They know damn well that following that pyramid for food pyramid diet produces sickness. So I would just say, eat in a way that you feel like you listen to what your body is telling you. Your body is your wisdom. And I noticed that you do pick up a lot of weight. Now, let's say you're a weightlifter. You know what I mean? Let's say you're in an extreme sport and you're pumping that iron. Of course, you're going to get some muscle. And yes, that starch will give you fuel to do your workout. But if you're just a regular person sitting at a desk, that thing you will put on weight. I had bought, yeah, most of my, sorry about that, yeah, most of my diet is plant based. It is. Um, Yeah, yeah, it did do it again. Yeah. Okay, but it seems to be going on now. Yeah, so sometimes yeah, listen to your body. Um, they said because of my blood type that a a meat based, a diet that has meats is good for me. Yeah. Um, yeah, I notice I'm gaining more fat in my belly. Yeah, I bought bread and my margarine, not margarine, butter. I like real butter. Yeah. It you I have more body fat. Yeah. I don't need more body fat. So that's also why I've been walking a lot to try to trim down. Um, but yeah, I'm mostly a plant-based diet. Um, but sometimes, when your body starts changing, and I'm getting exercise. I'm walking. What was that? I was out for 10 hours, so something else is going on. Well, I get home and I overeat too much starches, I guess. Yeah. Um, yeah. Sometimes, like, see, I think what I did wrong. An analysis, and I was watching a commercial that talked about this. When you get older, like to just do exercise and stuff like that, and then you come back home, and then you're gonna be hungry. So even though you walk for hours, exercise, and then you're gonna come home tired, and then you're gonna pig out, and that's what was happening to me. I was overeating comfort foods, or just eating. I had like soups and stuff, but it was a lot of it. So I'm thinking, like, I bought some bananas, maybe to eat something as I'm on my way to the park. And so and then I do have my food at the park. So by the time I get home, I just might need, some tea or something. You know, I don't want to shock my body because they said, you know, when you get really hungry and you're of a certain age and things like that, um, it adds stress to the body. It said, and that will raise your cortisol levels slash your fat. Yeah, and I think that's what was happening. So even though exercise is good, when you exercise and you decrease calories, it said when you're, especially if you're of a certain age, you know, menopausal, you're going to get some fat on you. And so I don't want that. So maybe just eat a little something so your body doesn't feel like it's starving. So I think that might be my next approach. I don't want my body to be stressed and increase my cortisol levels. So the other thing I wanted to talk about, yeah, I talked about health for a while. So I want to talk about religion. And again, religion is a personal thing that you decide for yourself. But as I woke up this morning, I started thinking about, yeah, I used to live in the West Indies. And I remember, yeah, I was new on the island, and a coworker came to me, and they invited me. They said, "Oh, our church, there's a tent meeting, and I just wanted to invite you." And I didn't. I was very naive. I was in my 20s, and I didn't think it. I said, "Okay." So she picks me up, and then towards the end, they were what they were doing. See what they do in the West Indies, and they do it here in the mainland too. This was on the island of St. Thomas, part of the U.S. Virgin Islands. But I guess because it's such a small place, so you see more of what's going on. You can't hide certain things. Same things happen in the mainland, but here in the U.S. mainland, things are big. There you go again. sorry, it stopped again. Come back on. Okay, sorry, it went off again. So what happened? Um, she walks up to me and says, "Oh, I can't take you home. I'm sorry, something came up and I can't take you home. But brother so and so is going to take you home. He lives right behind you." Oh, really? How inappropriate can you do something like that? A woman gonna have me dump me and have some stranger that I don't know, and a man at that. He was an elderly guy. This was, I'm gonna say it. It's the Seventh Day Adventists. They're notorious on that island. They're very cult-like, very, very cultish in their behavior. And then she walked away. Now, see, I was extremely quiet and shy. I'm not like how you hear me now. I was afraid. I was very fearful. I was very, very, very skinny, timid of people, and just trusting. And I didn't, speak back, speak out, I should have told her, you brought me here, and you better take me home. Not gonna be in some car with some fucking man. That's what I should have said. Shame on that woman. And shame on any of you who are listening to this, who've done that. How dare you jeopardize the life of a young woman to go in a car with a fucking stranger? How dare you do that? You're a cult and you know it. You don't jeopardize people like that. You couldn't get home, you bring her to your house. How dare you do that to a woman? Or anybody? Oh, I can't take you home. Oh, when you realize that beforehand, you should have took me home then. Be decent. Be decent, people. Be decent in how you conduct yourself. If she planned it. She fucking planned it. Excuse my French. She planned it. And that's why I don't like her. Yes, exactly, Sophia. You don't do that to people. Oh, he is right behind you. Oh, I bet he does. See, they have spies. And that denomination on that island worked like a cult. Yes. And then they're going to say, I asked for it if anything happened. And on that island, you even have the men like in their 70s and they're fucking perverts. This man, elderly man, a taxi driver, when I first arrived on that island, tried to attack me. Fucking nasty. See, I share these things because see, you have women out there and black women that are out there who may not know. I had moved on that island by myself. Yes, I moved there by myself. I didn't know anybody there. And you have women who travel. So I share this as a me. See, everything about this channel is about protecting people. It's about protection. It's not about downgrade. You practice any religion you want to, people. Whatever what you want to practice, you practice onto yourself. But don't pull me in on it. I'm not a fool anymore. I was stupid, but I wised it up. I wised up. You don't do that to people. You bring someone, you bring them back. And if you're not man or woman enough to do your responsibility, don't invite them. Don't you dare do that, you fucking cult. Yeah, this is the Seventh Day Adventist. that did that. And then they're always talking about the Sabbath. And it's like their badge of pride. You practice any Sabbath you want to practice for your own edification. This one woman, she shared this other woman on the same job, um, was trying to recruit me to her faith, the same church, and nonstop. And so I did my research. I was back then a new Christian, um, and so we were to have a study. Like uh, I was to research about what this whole Sabbath thing and everything. And so I came prepared with my notes and everything. And it's just, oh, I didn't do it. I said, oh, you didn't do it, but yet you're telling me we were to have a discussion on it? Yeah, I said something not too nice to her. Um, yeah, to make my point, um, see, it, you have what they call the law. We're going to break it. And I told her about this one central law that she was in violation of. I'm not going to say it because I don't want to body shame, okay? But I targeted that. Oh well, well, I can't help that. So why are you trying to put that one law on me? See, I don't want to be legalism. See, the West Indies, that island, and much of the West Indies and Latin America, all over, they used religion to oppress those slaves. See, we don't want to talk about it. How do you get those people to, the West Indies and Latin America is so, how did they, I mean, it's mostly people of color. They don't have a lot of white people. When I say white people, people who are just of European heritage. I'm not talking about the mixed races that you find in Latin America. They all know who their grandmother is. They got a black grandmother or an Indian grandmother. You know what I'm saying? Okay? So you got that type of background. It's about you, controlling your lineage. How do they do it? If most of the people there are all people of color, how could you control all these people? Well, religion. Oh, if you do that, you're going to go to hell. Slaves, obey your masters, right? They use coercion. They threaten people. They beat people. So the West Indies, especially, comes out of this violence, severe violence. And so they use religion as a means of saying, I'm a good person. They're heavily into religion, but they lack God in them. There's nothing godly about the people that I met there. It was awful, awful, awful. And so I woke up thinking about that woman. Both of them were the same denomination, the Seventh Day Adventists, and they use it as a flag of holiness. And what they do, okay, they don't try to recruit people who are, let's say, are atheists, people who don't go to church. They try to recruit people to their denominations who already belong to a church somewhere else. So I say to myself, those are like thieves. It's like going fishing and you have your own basket of your fish. But what they do, they want to go into your basket and take. You did all the work to get your own fish, but they're going to come along and steal your fish rather than go into an area where people who don't have any fellowship. See, they're evil in heart, in my opinion. You practice any religion you want, but when your religion has you steal from others, steal some of the other person's sheep, see, that's where I have a problem. I have a problem with liars, a severe problem with people who are habitual liars, deceivers, like those women. They want to get you in bondage, and soon when you're in trouble, oh, they don't help you. And that's what I find, what I found for me there. But see, things like that could happen in any place. The only difference was that that was a small place. So everything is right there. Religion does not save, but you practice any religion that serves your needs. Don't worry about what other people are doing. You know, you have to work out, as it says, you have to work out your salvation with fear and trembling. You cannot have fear and trembling. You can't do fear and trembling for other people. You have to work out your salvation with fear and trembling. Yeah, I just felt that was important to mention this thing about that woman, both of them. See, you have, yeah, and their work. They don't want to work. They just want to talk about their religion and that oh, how much work that they have to do on Friday. Well, do your damn work on Thursday. So the only thing you have to do on Friday is sit your butt down and chill out. But see, it's not about that. Because see, by works, they believe salvation for them is by works and by imposing their stress on you. You find slaves or people in bondage want you in bondage. That's why when they see people who aren't, let's say, who are successful in their own way, are happy, and when they say, well, how come you're not in my religion or lifestyle? You look happy, but my lifestyle teaches me to do this, but I'm not happy, but I don't want you happy either. See that they try to put you in bondage. Freedom belongs to you. Freedom is you if you choose that. Avoid deceivers, people who want to put you in bondage. Be your own God. Being your own God does not mean to lord over other people. It's about self discipline, it's about moderation. And this is a daily thing that like if you get hot, you got to cool down. If you're too cool, you got to warm up. You know what I'm saying? It's about moderation and adjusting to the things as it comes up. And the same thing with politics. As I mentioned, I was talking about politics and health. Well, there's politics as it comes to this pandemic. And it's getting us into extremism. And we have to, even myself, I talk to myself also when I say this, extremism. It's okay to like a particular politician or, you know, your beliefs are your beliefs. But even in my beliefs, I have to be careful not to be sucked into extremism as it pertains to this pandemic. What's going on? What's going on? I have to be mindful of everything. I have to be mindful, hey, maybe my body's too tired. Hey, moderation. I might be overdoing it. Moderation. Okay? So that's basically what I needed to, what I just wanted to get it off my chest. I felt both of these things were very important. You're going to have people who are going to try to seduce you to follow extremism, who are going to pull you into certain politics. And sometimes you just need to be alone. It's okay to say, I don't want to be a part of that. thank you, but no thank you. Sometimes you just need to go into nature and be your own shaman. Create your own magic for your life. Okay? So thank you. I missed what some of the comments in the very beginning. Let me see. Okay, I know it was something that you mentioned. Just want to make sure. Oh, okay, okay. Sophia, you mentioned earlier about you getting eyeglasses. Yeah. You're more blurriness. Yeah. Right now, I need my glasses to read this, and I also bought what they call blue blockers. Blue blockers. They're orange glasses. It's to shield out the blue light that is very harmful for the eyes. I have both of them on right now. Okay, yeah, you mentioned that you're not getting dehydrated, but you're getting blurry eyes. I need to also limit my time online, and it was contemplating this the other day. Neck pain also, see that? Yeah, neck pain. Yes, yes, I've been getting neck pain. Okay, just to make sure I didn't miss any messages. Okay, blue block is used while studying. Okay, yeah. Okay, you also say, okay, did you ever complete the book you mentioned some months ago pertaining to the New World Order? I just I just started reading New World Order yesterday by Ralph Epperson. Oh, pertaining to the New World Order. Oh, what's that? Oh, no, I must not have. Oh, I forget the book. What was the book I was reading? Oh, brother, I get so I must not have. Yeah, yeah, I sometimes switch books. Yeah, I want to finish the book that I just showed you. Oh, I don't remember the name of the book. But I've been on this one about awakening the shaman. You know that this book that I just told you about. Um, Boy, it's over 2 months. Yeah, and then prior to that, I know I was reading. Um, oh, brother, I can't remember. Oh, the White Horse. Oh, wow. Something about the white horse that I talked about. Oh, wow. I wish I could remember, to be honest. Um, yeah, wow. I know I didn't. If it was that title in that, I don't think I completed it, and I really wanted to read this book. Oh, Beyond the Pale Horse. Yeah, Beyond the Pale Horse. Yes, I did. I think I did read that. Oh, that was a while, boy. Yeah, I don't have that book right now. No, it must have maybe yeah, was it? Yeah, I had that book in the past, but I don't have it now. Yeah, Beyond the Pale Horse. Um, yeah, I bought that about 17 years ago. I no longer have that one. Um, but yeah, I'm trying to read different books. Um, yeah, thank you for asking. Yeah, right now I want to finish this one, the shamanism, because I wanted to get into the weather, the my current environment, my getting out in nature. That's why I'm reading this one. And then I'm gonna complete. I want to complete the book on astral projection. Yeah, before the one that I just showed you a moment ago. I had gone to an astral projection class, and I purchased the book. So that one I want to finish. Yeah, I want to finish that one. Yeah. And I think after that book, I want to read. Oh, what's the book? Oh, I want to read a book on plants. I have a book. Yeah, yeah, I have a lot of books that I want to read. I think I'm going to read about about plants. It's called something like that, but that plants could communicate. Yeah, I bought it 5 years ago. Yeah, the Secret World of Plants, I think it's called The Secret World of Plants. I think that's the next book that I really want to read, and I probably might read both of them together, two books at the same time. I want to read these biographies. Yeah, I have I have biography of Malcolm X. Uh, yeah, I have a lot of books. A lot of books I want to read at the same time. Yeah, I get excited. Yeah, so I have a lot of reading that I want to do. And so I guess for those cold months, I'll probably do more reading, hopefully. Yeah, I want to do more reading rather than be on the internet. Yeah, I love the internet. It's addictive. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I got, so many books I want to read. I want to read these biographies, uh, things on the paranormal, all that. Yeah. Hey, Sophia, before I go, did you see the video on the orbs I did? Yeah. I ask you this, and you others that are here with me. Um, See, I think it's very important, like we mentioned earlier, that the signs and the times that could be overwhelming. And I'm wondering whether these orbs, at least some of them, are our friends. Maybe some of them are our protectors. Yeah, let me know if you saw the video I did on the orbs. Yeah, and it's about 18 minutes long. And if it's too long, it froze again. Yeah, about the orbs again. If you saw the video on the orbs, if it's too long for you, the very end, like the last minute of it, uh, shows you that there's something going on in the spirit realm. It's something going on. And I think it might be an answer to many things that's going on now. Okay, your last comment says, I will try it soon. I'm just not ready to see what's going on around me in the astral just yet. I'm just checking. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, no problem, no problem. Yeah, they're just light orbs. Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you're talking about to actually get a camera to record you. No, I didn't mean that. But just, if you saw the video, yeah, you indicated here, I enjoyed the orb video. Yeah, yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I if I didn't have that experience on my birthday, um, with the orb, I don't think I would have tried it. Also, I would have been scared. But here I saw it with my naked eye, and I think it prepared me to see that there are things going on around me. Yeah, yeah. See, there's the unseen world, which I think has an influence on the things that happen to us. Yeah. So with that last thought, people, I know I talked about a lot of things. Uh, yeah, and it's real. All those things that I showed you are things that my camera took for all different types of orbs. Some are round, some are small, some are curly cube, some are spiky in shape, but they exist. And they may be affecting or if affecting our current state. Yeah, so for that, with that last note, I'm gonna go now. Yeah, I have to get ready to go. Yeah, I'm gonna just throw on my clothes. Yeah. I mentioned this to my friend the other day. Okay, okay, yeah, yeah. So, Sophia and the rest of you people out there, thank you for sharing this transmission with me. And I got to get myself ready for the day.